Okay, hi there. I just need to vent for a moment about work culture and access to work, access to income for people who have neurological disorders, neurological developmental differences, um, are neurodivergent, have depression, anxiety. It's always been clear to me that the whole system is absolute bullshit. Like, you can't just build a system just on productivity, it will eventually fail. Yeah, and it fails certain people. And it is extremely annoying. But what annoys me even more is that the people who are affected by it and somehow made it work. Like, with every group, there's always someone who makes it work, right? And these people, or most of them, then don't turn around and say, well, let's help some other folks who are in a similar situation, right? Annoys the shit out of me. Then, so I understand that a company and a corporation, they look on productivity. That's understandable, right? But they can't just look on productivity. The amount in which social cohesion is valued so much higher than, I don't know, knowledge, potential, whatever, is insane. It's just insane. It's social cohesion, obedience, those are the values today. And this will fail. It has to fail. And it fails. Right? And what is most annoying is that there's a subgroup of humans who have no funds, who are dependent on the state, just because they do not have a brain like the majority. It's sickening to me. It makes me sick. And the fact that people then not try to help each other and just, I don't know. So the corporation looks on productivity. That's understandable, right? We established that long term it's a failing strategy, but that's understandable, right? Numbers. And the state actually actively also has a failing strategy, which is less understandable, because they actively keep a subgroup of people unemployed, underemployed, dependent on the state. In jobs way under their potential. It that group doesn't pay the taxes they could, right? Where is Why is that? Again, it hints to social cohesion, obedience. That's what matters. So they actually don't have the best interest of all people in mind. It's sickening. And in order for them to help you, they they have actually these institutions with people sitting there who's supposed to help people who are in that situation. First of all, no one knows about those institutions. How convenient, right? The amount of people who probably don't know of these institutions, silently suffering, I don't know, is insane. And then these institutions give answers that are absolutely not helpful at all. And you have to, the difference that you have, they want you to pathologize that difference in order for them to help you. It's sickening, makes me sick. And again, the amount of companies that actively employ people with anxieties, people with depression, people with, I don't know, autism, people with ADHD. What's the only companies that come to mind are these IT companies that employ a very specific subset of autistic people. And that's amazing, right? It's absolutely amazing. But again, it's such a small subset, and it's so profit driven, so it's just profit. Like, and you can turn it around and say, okay, let's look. We know that this is the big subgroup of people who also are the most inventive people, responsible for the basically all the growth that is tied to automation, computation, and so on. To entertainment and so on, right? This is billions over billions in these industries. And there's another aspect to it. Like in former generations, these were the drug users, the alcoholics, and suicides. If the suicides are still there, maybe less the alcohol use, the drug use is still there, I think. It definitely has changed shape, but there's basically everyone, let's say you're able to work someone, you eventually run into your burnout when you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s. You're completely burn out, can't do anything anymore for a certain while. Like, why does a certain subgroup of people have to go through that experience? It's, I don't understand it. The knowledge is there, and yet it's not applied. And for whatever reason, there's no inclination to say, okay, I was in a really bad position. I was not happy in school. I was not happy in uni, wherever. I was never happy in any job. Let's make that true. Like, I'm in a position now where I have a company. Let's make that true for others. Let's employ just people who have, I don't know, ADHD, for example, or something. Why is that not happening on a bigger scale? I understand this would be discrimination, so it would be. But if that subgroup is discriminated in the beginning, why would that matter even, right? Yeah, I don't know. This is a very personal view, and I actually don't. If you disagree, I actually don't give a shit. Go away. Go to hell. um, I mean, the unemployment rate, the suicide rate, they all speak for themselves. And those people who are actively employed, who are currently not in burnout, that burnout is there, 100%. So, yeah, fuck you.